This year we have County Clerk Brenda Wynn with us today, and she's brought a couple folks that I will have her introduce here in a moment. We are also joined by several council members in the back. We have Council Member Cooper, Council Member Vercher, Council Member Davis. Thank you all for joining us today. We're going to kick this off with just a thankful to see you today. Always great to see you, Brenda. So just to always remind folks that we are going to have a lot of requests for funds over the coming days, more requests than we will probably have revenue for. So at the conclusion of these conversations, we will take the dollars that we can allocate to the most effective and efficient way for taxpayers. But we appreciate that you're coming and giving us a preview of what you need. So I will turn it over to you. Please take a moment to introduce who you brought with us, and then we'll go from there.
Thank you, Mayor Barry. Good morning to you, Mr. Riebling, Ms. Lomax O'Neill, Brenda Wynn, Davidson County Clerk, and the members of my leadership team. Joining me here today are Mike Taylor, who is Chief Deputy for Motor Vehicle Services, Tammy Drake, who's Director of Business Services, and joining us in the back is Joey Workman, who is our Chief Deputy for Administration. I'd like to open by thanking you for the opportunity to address our request for budget improvements. The Davidson County Clerk's Office has submitted 2 capital improvement requests in the FY18 budget, and I'd like to address those first because the last one that I'll talk about has some implications for our operating budget. The first request is for renovations at our Madison branch, housed at the old Madison Library. The county clerk has shared this space with the Talking Library for many years, up until just late 2016 when the Talking Library relocated from that branch to the downtown branch of the Nashville Public Library. Presently, we occupy about 15% of that building. The remainder of the building is unoccupied. The lobby space that we currently use to queue up people for service has gotten tight and cramped and has in some ways become an eyesore. On occasion, we even have customers lining up outside the building. And an evaluation that was conducted by Metro General Services recommends updates and renovations to the building to allow for improved service delivery at a cost of approximately $1.7 million. Our second capital improvement request is for funds to renovate and expand our South Precinct branch and allow for the restoration of full motor vehicle service operations at that location. Now, I want to offer a little bit of background on how we got to where we are today. As the population in Southeast Davidson County increased, so did the number of people who presented at our South Precinct branch for services, so much so that we ended up with very large crowds in the lobby, and at points we just believed we were creating safety hazards. In an attempt to address the overcrowding issue, we went from a full-service operation at the South Branch to an express location. So the only motor vehicle services provided at our South Precinct branch are registration renewals and disabled handicap placards. Compared to other more complex services such as processing titles, transferring plates, or issuing temporary tags that we offer at all of our other branches.
So this renovation would allow you then to offer all of those services at that South Precinct?
Absolutely. Okay. We recently learned of the availability of additional space at the South Precinct branch. Building improvements recommended by Metro General Services at a cost of approximately $10,000 will allow us to restore all motor vehicle services at that branch.
I'm sorry, $10,000?
$10,000.
That's going to be like the lightest request for a kid. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm sure you're not done.
No, I'm not done. I'm not done. All right. We estimate that if we restore all motor vehicle services to the South Precinct branch, transactions at that location will increase by about 27%. So that leads me to this capital improvement request having operating budget implications.
Sure. Yep.
There are currently 2 full-time equivalents and 2 part-time equivalents stationed at our South Branch. It should be noted that in 2012 and in previous years, as many as 5 full-time equivalents were used at peak times, and the waiting environment was still so overcrowded that it became a potential fire hazard. To achieve adequate and efficient throughput and to maintain a safe, acceptable waiting period and environment, at least 6 full-time equivalents and 2 part-time equivalents will need to be stationed at South Branch when full services are returned. We're therefore requesting improvements in our operating budget in the amount of $199,700 to add 4 additional staff at the South Precinct Branch. I'd like to acknowledge here and thank Metro Human Resources for the work they did for us, and I'm transitioning now, I'm shifting, in conducting an organizational analysis of the salary structure in the Davidson County Clerk's office. I want to thank John Kennedy, Mike Taylor, Leslie Schuster, and Monica Anderson for the work they did and for the recommendations they've made to improve our salary structure. As it relates to projections, I think you may have received some charts and graphs from our budget analyst. Thank you, Lone. And I always want to call Lone is so supportive of the work we do. Those charts and graphs depict the upward trends we're seeing in many of our service areas, including motor vehicle, marriage, notary, and business license applications. Based on the growth we are seeing and with the encouragement of our Director of Finance, we have projected an increase in revenue of approximately 20% in the fees and commissions collected by the Davidson County Clerk's Office. You hear me say with the encouragement of.
I heard it. Trust me, I heard it. Yep.
All right. Our greatest challenge continues. Well, it's a little over 20. It's a little over 20.
Right, exactly.
So, yeah. Our greatest challenge continues to be managing the foot traffic at our main office and some of our branches. We're partnering with the Nashville Public Library to add kiosks to several of their locations where citizens can easily and conveniently renew their motor vehicle registrations. With the support of the Departments of Finance, Law, Information Technology, and Purchasing, we hope to be able to launch this initiative very soon and announce the kiosk locations to the public. I want to give a shout out to the citizens who take advantage of and utilize our online and mail renewal service. And I want to take this opportunity to encourage anyone who may be watching this presentation to take advantage of that service as well. It's safe, it's economical, and it saves you time. Mayor Berry, I thank you again for the opportunity to come before you to offer details about our budget request. And in closing, I want to acknowledge the staff of the Davidson County Clerk's Office. On days when our lines reach the front door, and that's getting to be more and more often, I am grateful to have clerks who understand and value good public service, but also good customer service. I want to publicly thank our staff for all the work they do day in and day out, and I will try to answer any questions you have right now.
Thank you. And
Thank you.
Let me just pile on that wonderful staff that you have out there. I cannot tell you how many times I hear from people who are engaging in some kind of an interaction with your staff that they have a very positive experience. Your staff is very helpful. They are problem solvers, and they are really good at what they do. So I appreciate that. So the projections for the South Branch renovation, if you were to be able to gain those 4 additional FTEs as part of the budget request, tell me again the percentage of increase that you think that you would be able to serve.
I think we'd be able to serve 27% more folks at that location by offering full services. In fact, when I look at the numbers we have, I'm going to find my charts. I got charts back here. At the South Branch, at the end of, and we did it on a calendar year because it was easier for us to look at the calendar year. We processed 78,433 motor vehicle transactions there, and that is just registration renewal and renewal of disabled placards.
Right. So you think by being a full service model, you could do more.
We could absolutely offer more services and serve more individuals there at that end of town. What happens now is folks who need to transfer a plate, who need to get a temporary operating permit, or who need to process a title, get a duplicate title, they come to our main branch.
Right.
And, or they can go to another one of the other branches, but typically we're seeing the increased foot traffic at our main branch, which means that the lines sometimes can be long, and we do our best to get people in and out as quickly as we can.
So let me ask a question about the other services that you are also providing. So this would only be for motor vehicle services.
Right.
Has there been any thought about being more expansive in the south part of our county where we are seeing tremendous growth to expand some of those services, marriage applications, notary applications, boats, passports, business applications?
We would love to be able to expand all those services to all regions of the county if that ever becomes a possibility. I'd also like to share with other metro departments that may be building and serving with new facilities in different parts of the county, that we stand ready to partner with you. And so if there's an opportunity for us to partner with another metro department to be able to offer services, that's absolutely what we want to do. And if we can expand what we do, we'd love to be able to do that as well.
Because right now, if I live in the southern part of Davidson County, I have to drive into Howard School to get these services, correct?
That's right.
Yeah, okay. We all know what our traffic situation's like.
Absolutely.
So, okay.
Absolutely.
That's very helpful. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I would just like to add, because I want the listening audience to understand, again, your revenue projections. And that's an important piece to this puzzle.
Yeah.
The fact that you're projecting to bring in more than $1 million on top of what you've been bringing in next year, that speaks to volume.
And that volume is increasing.
And that volume is increasing. So people may think that you're just going to transfer this capacity over to South, and then all of a sudden, maybe people at the main branch don't have as much to do.
Not true.
Every time you walk in there,
Yeah.
there are lines.
I know, it's packed.
There are lines. So what that does is that helps you manage that volume of people by offering that service in that portion of the county.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Rich?
Good.
Good. Anything else you'd like to add?
Again, thank you for the opportunity to come before you, and again, thanks to the staff for all they do. They work really, really hard. I mean, I had some photos that I shared with Talia, and I'll close on this.
I saw the photos.
On the day after President's Day, we were closed on President's Day, and typically when you get a day off, you know, you love it. For us, it's a little bit more of a challenge, because at 8 o'clock when we opened the doors, and at 8:04 every counter in the lobby was covered, and people were walking through, and then we took photo shots all day long of what the lines looked like, and they were almost to the door all day long. Our last customer left our building at 4:54. And so we closed at 4:30, but our last customer left at 4:54. So we're there. We work really, really hard, and we are honored to have this, because it means that we can serve citizens in this county. But I thank you for your time today.
We
Thank
appreciate you
Thank
very
for this
much. Thank you
opportunity.
so much, Brenda. It's good to see you all. Thank you.